Welcome back to consecutive day 718 of A Diary of a Runpreneur. Please remember that this vlog is part of the Runpreneur Challenge, which is my fundraising mission to save the lives of children by attempting the ultimate ultramarathon. Check the links in the comments below to find out more and how you can support it, but do give it a subscribe and a share, as the more people we get in front of, the more money we raise. Thanks for your support, and let's get started. So, consecutive day 718 of A Diary of a Runpreneur. It is another really hot one today, and I'm getting the dreaded vest lines already, and it's always quite funny. I'm just going past someone, so just bear with me a second before I start talking about my vest lines in public. Well, I am in public, but there you go. Oh yeah, how you doing? And yeah, so I'm getting the dreaded vest line. So when you run in the sun in a vest, obviously running is possibly one of the best ways to get an all-round tan, except for the clothing you're wearing. You get an equal tan around the back and the front, your face, your neck, back to your arms, everything. Probably the only area you don't is under your armpits. But the downside of that is that if you do it long enough in the same, I've got multiple vests and tops, by the way, all look the same. So it's pretty much the same sizing of clothing over and over again. The lines become incredibly profound, and when you go swimming or something, it's actually quite embarrassing. You take your top off, and it just looks like you live in a vest. Well, I pretty much do in the summer anyway, in running terms. But so I may this year, we've got some holidays booked. Whilst I'm away, I may invest in some orange Runpreneur shorts and then run topless. I'm not a fan of doing that normally. I think it's normally associated with antisocial behaviour, but I think if you're in Spain or something, it's probably a little bit more accepted. The other downside is because I've run so much and I do very little, well, I don't do any gym work. My muscle mass has just reduced. I'm basically built like a withered old man these days. So much so, I've resorted to doing 25 press-ups a day and 50 sit-ups a day to try and stop being saggy, ultimately. As I'm over 40 now, things aren't quite as firm as they once were. So legs and glutes and everything have always been absolutely fine because of the pounding they take every single day. Upper body though, I lost a lot of weight, and I think at my lowest I was down at 65 kilos. I think I'm currently around about 67. That's kind of where I sit at the moment, which is still very light for my size. But when you're doing this many miles, you can't put the weight on. I'm burning 500 calories every day extra on top of general movement. So, you know, I think men are supposed to consume about 2,000 calories. If I don't consume at least 2,500, I'm running at a deficit. And 2,500 calories is quite a lot to consume for someone of my size. So yeah, so there's that challenge as well. But 25 press-ups and 50 sit-ups every day doesn't sound like a lot, but it compounds over the course of time. And I have noticed a little bit of difference. So you never know, in the summer I may have a crack at the old topless running on holiday. But yeah, pretty dreading, pretty self-conscious about it. But if it gets rid of the vest tan line, it might just be worth it. So anyway, on to business. Another good week. We're getting really strong leads, sales leads every day now, which is great. And obviously they've got to pay the money across for it to be a sale, but we're getting them daily now. So the work that the guys are putting in is really starting to prove dividends. We've also got a couple of new contacts come to the table of stature, and you know, there's another couple of joint venture opportunities there. And something I've learned is that these joint venture opportunities with big players, way bigger than us or me, is I think the key concept I've learned is it's not about making money. Okay, you get to a stage where your lifestyle is vitally important, but I live a pretty average life. I wouldn't say I do anything extremely lavish, but you know, we're starting to earn decent money now, and it's not, my lifestyle hasn't changed. But what has changed now is the work we're doing is actually making a difference. And that's the key line, make a difference in the macro environment in the world, in the environment. And this has all come from social housing. And housing people that need it in a sustainable way is a really big, hot topic at a high level, at home office and government level. And people like us are starting to actually make a dent into it and make a significant difference to those who need it, and to providers that can actually provide the support and the sustainability to can often be a challenging demographic. So as soon as you start talking more about the macro difference you're making in the environment, in the market, the more the bigger players are interested. And it's not just about giving a return to investors. That's a byproduct. It's actually more about making that bigger difference. So I'll be exploring this a lot more. I should have known about it a long time ago, but beforehand I didn't realise the power of it. And it's only really through my business partner and what his marketing team are kind of doing now to generate the interest into it, which has really opened my eyes. So kudos to those guys. So I'll update you more on that, how it's going over the coming days and weeks and months. But sorry if my camera's a bit lower than it normally is. My forearms are killing me because I've been using a garden power tool to do a clearance at the back of my house, and the vibrations just make your arms weak. So apologies for that. But finally, from a personal front, Leo's been at school again, 4th time this week. We're going to try and make it 5 out of 5 tomorrow, which would be super cool. And got a football match for my youngest tonight. Hopefully we're all going down. It's a lovely evening, so hopefully there might be a few drinks later as well, which is always a nice end to a Thursday. So that's pretty much it for me today. As always, please remember, I had to change hands. My wrist has gone, my forearm's literally gone from holding this. It's like a strimmer, but it's a brush cutter, and it's quite bladed. It's like a bladed strimmer basically, and it takes out some pretty hefty, bramble kind of width, bushes and shrubs and things, and you do that for long enough, you feel it. So apologies for that. So but anyway, that's pretty much it for me today. As always, please remember that this vlog is part of the Runpreneur challenge, which is my fundraising mission to save the lives of children by attempting the ultimate ultramarathon. Check the links in the comments below to find out more and how you can support it. Do give it a subscribe and a share, as the more people we get in front of, the more money we raise. And we've just launched our sustainable fundraising campaign called Caffeine for Kevin. The idea behind it is if you can afford to donate the price of a cup of coffee just once a month, £1, £2, £5, or an amount that you won't notice leaving your account, that's the sustainable part of it. Because this challenge is so long, a £1 a month subscription is worth £125 to a child, which is a life-changing sum of money to a child who needs it. £2 is 250, £5 is 625. Huge sums of money in a very sustainable way. We call it Caffeine for Kevin because even though I won't get to ever taste those coffees because all the proceeds will go to the charities we support, but it will still give me a caffeine boost or continued energy boost to run, seeing that money coming in every day. So thanks for your support as always. Stay positive, stay happy, and I'll see you again tomorrow.